Oh, this thing nasty. Oh, nasty. Oh. I can't drive with one hand. Oh my goodness. This is what happens in the north. The moment it gets nice out, every single person and their cousin goes and washes their car. Much better. Are you guys ready to see the biggest potholes known to man? There they are. Oh, it's oh, I hit it. We definitely hit it. Molly is all cleaned up, looking nice. Today, yet again, we are working on the Rally Miata. We are starting to do some wiring. Let me show you what we got. We got some switches. We got a ground post, and we got a power junction block. Ooh, that looks nice. So pretty much what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be putting this power junction block and the ground post right underneath the dash, right there. So that way we have a really awesome, simple, clean, safe power and ground source for any sort of wiring I need to do in the future. So for gauges, for lights. So we'll pretty much have this here. We'll run a cable to this from the battery, and then we'll have power for all our switches and for all our lights. And that way we can get rid of like all these ground wires and power wires going to everything. Just it all comes from right here. It's gonna be nice. Once we put in that power and ground junction block under there, that's all we can do. We are waiting for some other things. Once we get those things, then we can put the dash back together, put it in the car, and then we can wire all the switches up, make the switch panel, and then we're good. We're ready to rip. So, yeah. I guess let's get started. Random note, we are going to relocate the radio into the glove box because I want my switch panel to be a double DIN switch panel and have lots of room and all that. So we're just gonna put the radio in the glove box, extend the wires for the radio, and then it'll be nice and clean and hidden, but I'll still have some audio because even though this is a race car, I want some music just so when I'm driving it every once in a while on the street, I can listen to some tunes. Turns out I've got some popcorn and some candy in the back of the Rally Miata. Wow, okay. Anyone want some red vines? I absolutely hate this shit. These are tent poles from when I went to Shawano to meet Adam LZ for the first time and we were camping. That was like a year ago and I still haven't been here. Before we get to wiring in the junction block, I'm going to just kind of clean this up. This tiny wire right here is what is currently powering all the lights and stuff. That's obviously super dangerous because, you know, this is like a 18 gauge wire that can handle like 20 amps. We are replacing it with an 8 gauge wire which can handle like 125 amps. So that should be plenty of power for lights and gauges. All right, so I got everything wired up. The ground post is grounded. The power is all ran nice and cleanly up through the trunk and into the battery. We're gonna go ahead and connect this guy. So, to check if this works, I've got my power for the lights. I'm gonna go ahead and boop. Nice. All right, so we're all good. I also want to test to make sure this grounds, so testing with a light bar. Oh, yeah, that works. Oh man. Cool. So, both the power and the ground work. I'm also gonna go ahead and add, not this second, but I'm going to eventually add an inline fuse for the power. So, if anything happens, it shorts out or something, the fuse blows instead of the car blowing up from flames. It would definitely be safer if I did like a fused junction box, so each wire has a fuse for it, but those were expensive, hard to fit, and I don't know, this thing was like 15 bucks. And it's awesome and it works, so it's okay. Race car, or race. All jokes aside, there is one thing I think is a little ricey on this car, and that is this. I thought it was cool kind of sticker bombing things, but I don't like it. I want it to be clean, so we're gonna get rid of all the stickers and just put the stickers of my sponsors. That rear window actually kind of looks bare now. Kind of pain in the butt, but we did it. It's magic. Hey. Oh yeah, not the prettiest of sights. Never use steel, just use stainless. So yeah, we're gonna be making like a tubular front bumper, kind of like what we had, but it'll be a little bit more pushed in, it'll be flush with the body line, it'll cover this all up, it'll look nice, it'll be powder coated, have some lights in it. It'll be solid, it'll be good. I'm excited. Nice and clean.
Yeah, pretty clean.
No. So I'm gonna go ahead and start doing the brakes. A long time ago, I had an issue where I came to my car and I just didn't have any brakes. There was no brake pressure whatsoever. And I had not done anything, it was just sitting, but it lost brake pressure. We bled the brakes, it worked for a little bit, then it did it again, et cetera, et cetera. We replaced the master cylinder and that fixed it for a little bit. And then it started doing it again. We did some research, did some testing, and it turns out this brake booster is broken. There's something wrong with it. I don't remember exactly what was wrong with it. We're gonna replace that brake booster, and then we're going to bleed the brakes. But for today, we're just gonna take it out. Well, that looks pretty good. Like from right here, damn, that looks really good. This is about as good as it's gonna get unless I do a Chris Fix style mega clean. It definitely feels nice to have a little bit of a cleaner engine bay. I'm not too worried about it though, because it's all gonna get chopped off eventually. So tomorrow I'm gonna go get a new brake booster, put that in, get the brakes back together, and then we'll get the gauge pod, put the dash back in, and then it's ready to rip. I'm really excited. I was looking online to see when there are some rallycross events in the area. I'm willing to travel about 250 miles to go to a rallycross event. Quite a lot of miles. I discovered there are a ton in April, which we're obviously not gonna make it to any of those because it's 420. We only have 10 days left in April, or 9 days. I also discovered that there are a ton in June, and July, and August. There's, you know, one pretty much every single day within 250 miles. But there's only one in May. In the surrounding 500 miles around Chicago, there's only one rallycross event in May. I don't really want to wait until June to take the car to a rallycross event, so we're gonna try our best to get the car ready and running by May 5th. That is when the first and only rallycross event is in May. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. The bare minimum that we have to do is fix the brakes, put the dash back in, get new seats and harnesses so we can pass tech. I need new injector O-rings because some of the injectors are leaking fuel. That would not be safe. I need to buy a trailer before then. And I think that's it. So honestly, as long as I sell the RX-7 like this weekend, which we have a couple people coming to look at it, we should be able to do it. If I don't sell the RX-7, I don't have enough money to buy any of those things, in which case, we won't make it to the event. And then we have to wait all the way till June, which sucks. But guys, that is going to be it for today's video. It was a little all over the place, so I apologize for that, but hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, give it a like. If you didn't, give it a dislike, and please tell me why, so I can help improve, or so you can help improve my content by giving me constructive criticism. I also just want to briefly say, if you want to help out the channel, look in the description. There's a link to my Patreon. Ever since I've said battle van in one of my videos, YouTube has been demonetizing every single video I post for at least a couple hours, which does not help. So if you guys want to help support the channel, I'd really appreciate it. There's a link in the description down below. You guys don't really get anything from following me on Patreon, or should I say, becoming patrons. You just get better videos. That's it. Thank you to anyone who does that. And if you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, and I'll see you later.